Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office on Saturday called on Qatar to stop playing both sides in its mediation efforts between Israel and Hamas. Despite efforts by Egyptian and Qatari mediators to restore a ceasefire, neither Israel nor Hamas has shown willingness to back down on core demands, with each side blaming the other for the failure to reach a deal. Israel, which wants the return of 59 hostages still held in Gaza, has insisted Hamas must disarm and be excluded from any role in the future governance of the enclave, a condition that Hamas rejects. It has insisted on agreeing a lasting end to the fighting and withdrawal of Israeli forces as a condition for a deal that would see a release of the hostages. Meanwhile, Gaza mediator Qatar on Sunday rejected comments from Netanyahu that it needed to stop playing both sides in truce negotiations. And Foreign Ministry spokesman Majid Al-Ansari said in a post on X that Qatar firmly rejects the inflammatory statements. He stated that the state of Qatar continues to work closely with both the Arab Republic of Egypt and the United States of America to secure an immediate ceasefire, ensure the uninterrupted flow of humanitarian aid, and advance a just and lasting peace, one grounded in justice and humanity. The Israel Defense Forces said that it was sending out tens of thousands of call-up orders to reservists as the military was set to significantly expand its offensive against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. According to the IDF, tens of thousands of reservists being called up would begin to show up in the military in the coming week. The reservists have likely been called up multiple times already during the conflict. On Friday, during a security consultation, the military presented Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu with his planned staged offensive in Gaza, which will require substantial mobilization. Israel resumed major operations across Gaza on March 18 amid deadlock over how to proceed with the two-month ceasefire that had largely halted the offensive sparked by Hamas's October 2023 attack. All right, DD India's Akshay Dongre joins us to talk more on this. Akshay, how do we see the statement of Israel calling Qatar to stop playing both sides and Qatar too reacting to it?
Well, Abhishek, as per our understanding, the statement that has come from Israel, accusing Qatar of playing both sides is coming slightly a bit late because we have seen that while Qatar has agreed to mediate as far as this war is concerned, they had clearly chosen a side. The narrative that has been built by Qatar is also quite specifically against Israel. So Israel, coming out now after a long time, over a year of this conflict that has resulted in so many deaths. Qatar has been trying to play a role of mediator, but what it has been doing, according to Israel, is only funding Hamas and keeping this war continuing and going on. This is what seems to have triggered this response from the Israeli Prime Minister and his office nonetheless. But the kind of response that has come in from Qatar once again has questioned its position as a mediator, because the role of a mediator is to remain impartial, but it seems that Qatar is coming with some preconceived notions, not some, in fact, some major preconceived notions. It hosts the office of Hamas leadership as well, so there you can clearly see which side Qatar is on. And while it has been claiming to be, playing a role of the mediator, if it would have done that, actively, and if it would have pressurized Hamas into conceding some of the demands that they are making, or into conceding into what Israel is asking, perhaps the war could have died down sooner. And we wouldn't be in the situation that the ceasefire and keeps on being broken by both the parties, and then escalation happening by both the sides.
Actually, we are also hearing that Israel's security cabinet is scheduled to meet today on Sunday to approve the expansion of the military offensive. What is the latest on that?
Well, Abhishek, so if you look at the political spectrum of Israel right now, the party of Benjamin Netanyahu is not in full majority. They have support of the right-wing political parties of Israel as well, and they have been pressurizing Benjamin Netanyahu to expand the war, to continue the war, as far as Gaza is concerned, Hamas is concerned. So it seems that political pressure is now building up on Israeli Prime Minister's office as well.
All right, Akshay, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for your inputs.